it seems that the Talon is trying to head mid, trying to get a little more against this Orianna, but Orianna just working on trying to get this burst damage going and seeing what they can do. Elise is mid, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to pick anything. There is a fight going up top lane with this Camille fighting against the Poppy, and it seems that neither of them end up winning that trade. Camille, though, does get a little more damage down.
Camille definitely had this fight a lot evener before, but it looks like Poppy, again, getting chased down and trapped. She's going to have to use her hammer here, but Camille flashes out again and is able to pick up the kill. Oh, yep, there it is, going straight under turret and taking out Poppy.
This time with the Camille nowhere near as low because the fight hadn't gone anywhere near as long. She's easily able to wipe out this Poppy and walk out from under turret completely cleanly.
Talon, again, searching for that kill, but none to be found. And 0-4 and Talon at this point in the game is a very weak stance to be in. But it looks like in bot lane, Lee Sin coming down, Wave going to be able to go in, Twitch going still in, going to be able to be going on the rat-a-tat-tat, but it's not quite enough to catch out that. Ori here as well, going to be exhausted, but I don't think it'll be enough as soon as her, yep, there it is. And it looks like the members of the bot lane are going to be getting dived with ease from the members of Tanuki.
A quick double kill by the members of Tanuki. They have extended their gold lead to 4K. They are continuously going for these kills, getting these advantages and extending this, and are looking to just start shredding these outer turrets, making their gold lead even more as they're about to pick up first turret gold. That spike in and of itself gave them an additional 1,000 gold lead on top of it. Talon is wildly out of position. He's running over walls trying to get back to his team, but Orianna sees what he's doing, activates the trap before he can get there, and sends him back towards top lane instead of over the Baron pit.
Two members of the Legends there able to find him. And it looks like Camille and Poppy are going to be going at it again, but Camille taking little to no damage, it would appear, as they try to go for this top turret with three members of the Legend. And it looks like we're coming into the less than 2 minute mark for both Baron and the Dragon here. Both very powerful objectives in this game.
Remember this, yeah, I'm not going to switch where the camera is right now with the tension of a fight. But
yeah, Talon getting caught out here, and Lee Sin very close by with full vision. Camille going to jump over the wall. Talon going to try to park her out, but he's caught by the Camille ult and is taken down again.
This is just showing how well this game Tanuki is playing. With this Camille pick doing so well, there is so much power that they have. Again, the problem is the tower still does damage to Camille, as Camille is not a tank-based champion, but is instead a far more fighter-based champion. Seems that Nami roamed up, but that ult that she threw out was not able to do anything. Twitch pushing bot lane, looking for that outer turret. Meanwhile, Xayah and Rakan, with massive push ability, just hammering away at mid lane and getting that outer turret, hitting that inner turret, and it falls just now with this Nami out of position, forced to hide under her own turret and do her best to clear a couple of minions while her team runs to her aid.
Twitch securing the turret for the Legends 27 though, but it looks like the team Tanuki are going to be transferring over to that Air Drake for that extra speed boost.
We are going to be seeing whether or not Team Tanuki can essentially. Team Tanuki is in a very, very powerful position, and if they lose, I would be very surprised.
Looks like they're going down. They're just getting picked apart. Xayah able to get taken down to such a low health bar, go invulnerable, and then still pull off a kill. Elise, still in the fight here, trying to go for the Krugs, is not going to be able to get them, and goes down to the Camille, who is right there.
Absolutely, and with all of this power, you are seeing now a 7K gold lead that this team has. They are so far ahead. They have almost gotten an additional 33% additional gold relative to the other team. And that is absolutely incredible. There is the Orianna, who has never died. You are seeing turrets starting to be taken by the Legends 27 to try to get some of this gold difference back, but it is not going to be enough.
Yeah, that Ori able to keep throwing out her ball continuously, dealing such long-range poke damage that the Talon is not able to deliver. Poppy, again, out of place, trying to get that split push, and is caught out by the Camille. Camille easily going to be able to win this 1v1. Poppy only has a Sunfire Cape, a Kindle Gem, and some Ninja Tabbies. She does not have the offensive stats to win these fights against Camille. And they're giving the kill to the Xayah. Oh, but is that going to actually save the Poppy here?
The Poppy might actually make it out. Meanwhile, there's a fight going down mid lane. Orianna ult actually whiffed. Talon actually able to jump in, get a couple of kills, gets that Orianna, breaks that perfect game, and it looks like Lee Sin has taken quite a bit of damage. Poppy did get out safe. Xayah, who is doing really well, is coming into the fight now. We'll see whether they're going. Lee Sin is looking for an engage. Camille is there getting some aggro on, dropping some CC, and hurting the enemy team. It seems like Elise entered spider form, but it's a bit early, and she's not able to get any kills. She's trying to get onto that Lee Sin, but it is the Nami that saves that fight. Poppy comes in, ends up stunning the Rakan against the wall, breaking his perfect game as well. Xayah is caught by the Nami bubble. Nami is doing their best to hit him, and it looks like it's going to be up to the Talon with a quick burst over the wall. Not able to get it, and an ult by Xayah actually kills him as he attempted for that burst.
Poppy again going at the Camille. Camille knocking out half the health bar there, and it looks like Xayah's going to be going in here with the blue buff as well with that extra cooldown. Poppy getting beat up, but Twitch is here now, and that poison's going to tick her down. Ori trying to put in the shield there. This fight is still going as members of both teams keep respawning.
A flash by Twitch narrowly avoided the Orianna ult, but it still wasn't good enough to get him past that Xayah and the continuous damage from Ori.
And there's Elise just coming on in and getting the Xayah.
This fight has been absolutely insane as far as how it has functioned from a gameplay perspective. It has been a 5-man skirmish. Usually you see skirmishes like that occurring between 2 or 3 people at a time, whereas team fights usually occur when there are like nearly everyone engaging at the same time.
And it's still not over. This is still the same team fight going on as more members respawn during this. Redemption down, Elise getting hunted by that Lee Sin. Rakan here, Orianna here, and the teleport from Camille now coming out as members go down. These extended fights are going to keep coming through, but I do not believe they're going to go in favor of Legends 27 with their massive deficit that they're experiencing right now. Poppy just running away from the fight with a sliver of health, able to get out. Twitch double kill with the rat-a-tat-tat there. Meanwhile, Talon keeps going in on the Lee Sin, but look at that damage from the Orianna ball. This is what Tanuki needs to be worrying about. The fact that despite Legends 27 being so far behind, that they had 2 members in the beginning not there for the team fight as they were chasing the Poppy. Camille trying to give the kill to the Xayah to snowball her further. But because of that, Poppy got away and was able to back and come back into the team fight.
Absolutely. And one of the amazing things is watching the synergy of Legends 27. They trade aggro in and out, pulling out weak members as they go low, just like a very skilled raid in, for example, something like World of Warcraft. But this is against other players who know what to expect, and they are executing it so flawlessly. The enemy, knowing what they need to do, still can't actually execute on it. This has been some incredible gameplay by the Legends 27. They were down a 7k deficit, but now they've pulled that back to only a 3k deficit based off that team fight, where they were able to get so much shutdown and so much evening out of those 2 gold numbers.
This is what we see from Tanuki over and over again. They take this giant early lead, and then they don't follow it up with the final sentence for the game. They need to pull this back before the late game potential of that Poppy and the other members of the Legends get to the point where it will snowball into anything. And beyond that, Tanuki has all the advantages they need. They have the buffs, they have the dragons, they have the kills, and they have the gold. But despite all that, the Legends come through and take an even, if not better, trade of kills during that extended team fight.
Yeah, and it is just incredible to watch these 2 teams go at each other with the gameplay that is mechanically needed during these skirmish-based fights. During a team fight, there is a lot to worry about.
Talon going in and getting the Xayah. Again, he's got there. He can now kill characters now that he has a few kills and assists on the belt. He's got his itemization, and he is now back in this game for solo assassinations.
And don't get me wrong, he is still over 2k gold individually behind the Orianna, who is 10-1. But the fact that he has hit the point where he can take out the major damage threat of the enemy team on his own without help and without anyone able to respond just goes to show how impactful that long extended trade, even if it was somewhat even, how amazingly useful that was for the Legend 27 getting back in this game.
And then Tanuki loses an Air Drake to the Legends here. Poppy going a little deep here, and it looks like Nami going in on the Orianna. Members of the Legend are split up as they go heavily on the Orianna, but leave the Poppy and the Talon to fend for themselves against 2 or 3 members of Tanuki. Redemption comes down, only catching the Poppy. Talon forced ult, tries to wall jump over, gets caught in the Camille ult. Wall jumping out of there, not going to get out of there, but members of Tanuki being brought low, causing the Poppy to have to flash out and get some fruit from the river.
What is incredible, though, is the trade. Yes, Talon died, but look at his score. He was 2-6 at the beginning of that fight. And what happened? Instead, what the Legend 27 did was they sent their members, rotated in, killed the one powerful super powerhouse member, Orianna, that was on Tanuki. And they were able to win that trade by the fact that they got a far more powerful pick, and they only lost Talon, who had already been proven to be effective against the AD carry. And once he hits that point, there's not a whole lot you can do.
Both teams, though, having members horribly out of position during the engagement that did happen there, with the Orianna being completely cut off from the team and getting engaged on by 3 members of the Legends, and then the Talon and the Poppy with no support in sight, and then the Redemption missing the Talon and leading to his unfortunate death.
Yeah, and honestly, as far as the game goes, you are starting to see, even though, as we've mentioned before, Poppy got beat up so much during laning phase. She was at a significant disadvantage, and she even lost so many kills that got onto the Camille. But when she goes into that team fight, she survived against 3 members taking so much aggro for an immense amount of time and still survived. Yes, she burned her flash, but there were 3 members of the
Poppy going in. It looks like she's going to be able to get the hammer up in the air. Xayah is knocked up into the air. She's going in deep. Going to be trying to take down this Camille. Talon secures the kill here. Rakan going in here, going to get the 3-person Orianna. Oh, Talon ulting in, trying to get that Ori. Gets her, but he's going low, taking tower shots. All members of Legends 27, except the Nami, Poppy, and the Talon are down. Talon being at very low health and running away from the fight.
This Talon tried a turret dive, but it was not quite as effective as he needed. He was able to help pick out that Orianna, and that was huge for his team. But he has yet to get the power to see if he can get that double burst on, for example, both the Xayah and the Orianna. Now, eventually he might get there,
Poppy's
but right now we are just seeing the ability of the Legends 27 to take these absolutely awful situations, and then when it comes time to mid-game, when they've broken out of their laning phase mentality, they shift gears and mesh together as a team so well that they just destroy all the competition that gets in their way, even at massive gold deficits. Now, despite how they are down, two dragons, 2 towers, and 13 kills, they're going even in trades.
And looking at farm, you can see why the Legends have made their comeback. Twitch at 220 and counting CS. Xayah only at 160 with only 2 kills, 8 assists. She was powerful early game because of that gold she got from the assists and such, but now she's dropped off as she has not been able to farm as well. Again, Talon with the same story against Orianna. And these 1-for-1 trades are what's winning the game, and it looks like we're going to have a hard engage here. But it looks like the members of Tanuki are backing off for this one, as Nami ult is blown as long as with Poppy teleport.
And Twitch, this game, he has a 2,000 gold lead on that Xayah. He is one of the biggest redeeming factors that the Legends 27 has. We have seen him play absolutely phenomenally in the ADC role these past few games. There's a reason